Hey Al, it's James. James's Boat Build. So, what do you do when you live in Florida and it's hot as hell and you need to get out of the sun? This is what you do. You set up a sunshade, a couple of poles, and you put up you pop up and you build a boat. So, I've laid and wet down this first layer of glass. You're the first to see it. And came out quite well. It took me approximately an hour to lay down this one piece and wet it out. I made up like 5 batches of resin, and this is it. I'm inside half of my garage, and then I more or less made a sunshade to get out of the sun for the rest of it, so I can work around it here inside the garage. So these are the things I'm using. I'm using West System 105 resin. It's more economical to buy the big jug, and I'm using 209 hardener, which is extra slow. And trust me, in Florida at 85 degrees plus right now, you want that extra slow. It wouldn't be good. Well, if you're up north and you really got to laminate something, it's something you would get for the summertime. You definitely, the temperature has to be above 70. That's what I'm trying to say. But also, a few other things. The how I spread it out, I use the West System rollers. What I do is I cut a roller in half because I have the little holder for it, and I use that, and obviously a spreader to spread my my epoxy, and that's it. I started off with the center. I got on top of the boat and I went right down and did the center part, and that way the fabric wouldn't move. And then I came around this side and I started at the end, and I just poured and rolled it out just like you're painting it. Got rid of all the air bubbles, and then I used these resin rollers, and you use that's the absolute last thing. I got a few more of them. They're little slotted rollers that you use to get all the air bubbles out. Now, when this is tacky. Right now, it's tacky, and it's just barely sticking to my finger. It's going to be about a good 3 hours, whereas it's going to be in a state of I could re-roll it. When I touch it and it's tacky, but it doesn't stick to my finger, I could put another coat on. And I don't know how well the camera could show, but you could see the fabric there, and it still needs to be filled in. So there are some thick spots and some thin spots, but I wanted to initially get the cloth down. I got the cloth down. I'm going to wait till it gets, tacky to the touch, where it doesn't stick to my finger. And then I'm going to roll out another batch of epoxy resin, and then I'll be set. Then I'll have to come back and feather the sides by sanding, and then I'll do this side. And that's going to be the procedure the whole time. It's going to be, a wet out, and then a sanding to feather the edge to make it blend nice. And then I'm going to do this side. Then the whole bottom will be done. And then I'll start on the sides and do the same procedure over again. I don't know if that's going to help anybody. I'm trying to explain it the best I can. there's so many videos out there about working with epoxy and spreading. You'll find a lot better information than I could ever detail. But on this project, I want to just let my viewers know how I'm doing it. So that's it. We're out here sweating and making a boat and loving every minute of it. Y'all be good now.